Hey guys, sitting in the school cafeteria at Jardine Junior High School, sometime early spring, late winter, 1964. All of a sudden, 250 pubescent boys and girls burst into song. What are they singing? That. Yeah, I remember. I was there, and this is, I'm digging my own crate. And I thought it was time to go back to ground zero. And this is really ground zero for me. I was aware of rock and roll before then. I had an aunt who was a Bobby Soxer. I remember Elvis and all of that stuff. And, and yeah, it was great. But then it kind of, the establishment sort of clamped down on that. Radios were, veering more and more into, safe stuff. And then these guys, bam, wham, and it was like everything just exploded for us. Gosh, it was a great time. I'm not going to say much more. The Beatles, Meet the Beatles, January 20th, 1964, released on Columbia. I realize it's not the first. There's the VJ album introducing before that. And it's a great album, which explains why it's one of the most counterfeited albums in history. But this is the one. This is really the one that I think blew the doors wide open, and changed so many things for so many kids. We all wanted to be a Beatle. We all grew our hair out. We all, became more and more, caught up in that spirit of that new time. And so this is what I'm listening to today and appreciating it very much. When I listen to these songs, they're all pretty much light pop tunes. All but one of the songs on the U.S. Version of this album, the Meet the Beatles, was written by them. Well crafted, well played, great vocals, just great musicianship. They were a great band. They were fully ready when they hit the U.S. They were ready. They were ready and to conquer the world, and conquer the world they did. And that's about all I really want to say. Beatlemania, nothing quite like that had been seen for a long time. And I remember when Hard Day's Night came out, when the movie was released, and I went with my sister and I, and actually might have been both my sisters and I, and I don't know, a bunch of kids. We were all there, and the theater manager, this dumpy middle-aged guy, comes running down the aisle, and he's wearing a Beatle wig, and the minute the girls see him in that Beatle wig, everybody, just the sight of a fat middleaged 50-year-old man in a Beatle wig was enough to, elicit screams of ecstasy. It seems so silly now. And those were more innocent times, I think. But they were great times. I'm so glad I lived through them. Those of you who didn't, I wish you could have been there. That's really all I gotta say. Enjoy the music. That is what it's all about.